think we should start investigating the dead body. I don't like the looks of that.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Hey, up here, Piggo.
Who said that?
Yeah, you better keep walking.
Dang, I thought that was blood.
Look at me when I'm
A
talking.
sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance. The door rattles against your knuckles. The door rattles again, but this time
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside. The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No, I already... Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone...
backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Madame, I assure you.
There is no reply. Just faint. A striking woman leans against the cabin.
Good afternoon, Officer Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. Phaeton, my maiden name. I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel, there is strength there.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching.
That is good to hear, Madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just...
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, why, yes I am. The boat? No. It is called Cordelati. It's a pleasure craft. A 19-pacer. It also has my sloop. I like it a lot.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on...
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Fas Alamer island groups are archipelagos, while La Caillou, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass.
Okay, if you want to get technical, the The point is, we're all on islands here, and sail is still the most expedient way to get from one island to an... I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve. It's for crossing long distances in a greater...
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for...
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich. You have the guns and the ammo. Take this Clausen fiend down.
Oh my, the E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a...
Then what does that say? Does it say docking reserve 33A? This old proletarian haunt here? As I said, plenty of people drive boats, of all social strata.
Your synapses flesh.
Okay, it is anti-centennial. I assure you, they drove quite a hard bargain. I am a bourgeois woman, and this is my fast, lightweight, interminably bourgeois boat. Good. What we do?
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, and that is the terminal. Another
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, Son-Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
Why, thank you. I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion. 20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72. A conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, they started as an exploration, and centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest. You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners? Who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo? There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of...
The octopus that straddles Revachon, the Emergencies Act, is the cornerstone of post-war Revachon. Inseparable.
Why? By throwing off half a century of foreign domination...
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about... I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice...
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching...
Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. What can I say? The Union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I get... Yes, I believe there is a connection. Let's say I was not making...
And when did you...
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the...
But the strike began in...
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall.
This isn't the first time the...
Heavens, no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the Union won significant concessions, including...
Ludicrous, even. It's meant.
Mr. Clare told him to... Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before. There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. Every worker.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker a member. Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines Group makes a decision about... Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, They are also kings of the 70s. They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just... And now, people are getting...
Excuse me, from whom did you...
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think...
This checks out.
Everard Clare is a man of the... of course not. Everard is fantastically...
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
Oh, heavens, no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you... He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen. And I deal with men like... Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also... It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled... The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. Organized labor at its best, as they say.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has... And your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is... Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with... I'm glad you asked. There was a woman,
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last...
This forewoman, her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence. Holly. I don't even know if it's a Indeed. The company's... The point of the presentation is...
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help? Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
What the hell?
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41.
How curious. Why is that, detective? I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? Oh dear. I do believe you, naive as that...
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very...
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't...
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Of course. But before we do, the situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching business, the better. Of course, detective.
If you like this video, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.